Last thing I want to talk about kind of relates to something we talked about earlier, actually, about Christians and the anti-Christian movement. I was on, I think, I don't know, I was doom scrolling through some short videos, and I came across something. I think it was on X, on Twitter. It was a video. I can't find it again. I've looked for it. It was actually, you know, they send you to, they show you TikTok videos on X sometimes. Anyway, it was a TikTok video. You can see the TikTok on the bottom. And it was of a young woman. She was really angry. She was really, really angry. And what she was saying, she was speaking to Trump supporters. I'll never forgive you. I will never forgive you. I don't care if you come to your senses. I will never forgive you. If you vote for this guy and you come to understand that it was a huge mistake, it's too late. I will never forgive you. And she kept going on speaking like this. The video wasn't terribly long, but the theme was pretty short, right? The thesis was pretty concise. And so she just sort of kept repeating that. Like I said, she was really, really, really angry. It wasn't rage, I don't think. I don't think it was rage. And it's kind of sad to me. It's kind of sad because forgiveness, as we've just talked about, forgiveness, it's part of the healing process. And it's necessary for communities to come back together. But I'll never forgive you, she says, over and over again. Now, we know, especially in these last few presidential elections in the States, that religion and politics have, well, they've been mixed together quite a bit. They've been mixed together quite a bit with, you know, churches on both sides of the proverbial religious bird, whether it's the right wing or the left, of endorsing candidates and endorsing candidates with, in some cases, going so far as to claim divine appointment and divine blessing upon one of those candidates. We also know that one of those, you know, the sort of the right-leaning Christian community is working diligently to enforce their moral understandings upon others. We know that they want to take away people's rights in some cases, and they want to abolish certain things that others hold dear. We know that there is with this Project 2025, and like, was it 800 or 900 pages of ideas and changes that it advocates for. And we know that Christian nationalism is growing. My fear is that, like this young lady is angry at Trump supporters, people will be angry at the church. I'll never forgive you. I don't care if you come to your senses. I will never forgive you. I don't care if you understand the harm you've done. I don't care if you come to understand the error of your ways. I will never forgive you. I will never forgive you for taking away our rights. I will never forgive you for getting involved in my choices. I will never forgive you for I'll just never forgive you. I'll never forgive you for forcing yourself onto me. That's chilling. That's a kind of a disturbing way to put it, isn't it? But I will never forgive you for forcing yourself upon me. I really am afraid of that. Because we are all going to get painted with the same brush. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that that my congregation had nothing to do with it. It doesn't matter that my denomination had nothing to do with it. Maybe we should have said more. Maybe we should have done more. But it doesn't matter that the Episcopalian Church didn't advocate for the removal of Roe versus Wade. It doesn't matter. We're going to be painted by the same brush. You're a Christian, aren't you? I'll never forgive you. I'm never going to forgive you no matter what. Now, the fear I have isn't because, people will stop coming to church. They're already doing that. It isn't because I'm afraid that my building will close or that anti-Christian sentiment will be on the rise. Nope, not afraid of that. My fear certainly isn't that, somebody's going to try to harm me. As we've talked earlier, nothing can take me from what I hold dear, which is God. My fear is that the Christian testimony, the church's testimony, which has already been damaged, will become absolutely, understandably ruined. And that, as someone was talking about the Great Commission being that we're supposed to go out into the world to share the gospel, will become impossible. That we've done so much, again, forcing ourselves onto others through the political system, through these political candidates. We've done so much damage, forcing ourselves, forcing our understandings, forcing our morality, our values, our ethics onto others, that we've ruined our opportunity to share the gospel with people in a way that would have transformed their lives in unimaginable ways. That for the sake of making them live the way we want them to live, we've actually pushed them so far from Jesus that we've pushed them so far that they'll never, ever, ever turn around again looking for him. Now, my fear, and I'll be the first one to say it, my fear is very, anthropomorphic, given that just because we screw up doesn't mean God won't still reach those people. But it is supposed to be our job. And I hope as we've made mistakes, and the church, my God, the church has made mistakes since its inception, but I hope there is forgiveness for us. Not only God's forgiveness, but I hope people can forgive us too. For the things we've done, for the damage we've caused, for the pain, and the sorrow, and the grief we've unleashed. I hope people can forgive us for forcing ourselves onto them. I hope they can forgive us. Amen.